Did the early explorers to French Polynesia discover aliens? You bet they did. That and more coming up. Hi everybody, this is Roger in Kansas City, and here we are back on Earth. Today we're going to look at French Polynesia. We're going to go look at Mohotani Island down there in the Pacific Ocean. And there's little Mohotani Island. We're going to look at and investigate an area on the island where there's something strange going on. Now, Google Earth, because of its 3D aspect, contorts things. So we're going to look at this area here, but I can't get a good enhancement off of this because it's all kind of twisty, droopy. So we're going to take another look at this area on Zoom Earth. So let's go to Zoom Earth. Here is Zoom Earth. They replaced Flash Earth with Zoom Earth. This is like replacing a TV with a picture on a rock. Zoom Earth is the worst possible site to work with that has ever been introduced to the internet. I do not like Zoom Earth, and I can only, for the life of me, imagine why they got rid of Flash Earth, because maybe it's just too easy to work with. Okay, I'm done griping. Now we're going to go back to Mohotani on this site. Now, unlike Flash Earth and Google Earth, you can't turn the picture. So I have a decent picture to work with here, but I have to move it to another editor to get the view I want. So let's look at the first view. Let's go to it next. Alright, here is Mohotani Island. We're looking at the west side, and before I go on, I want to ask you a question. What do you get when you cross up Polynesian with an American? You get an amnesian. Moving on. Now, going crazy. This is a hard video to make. Alright, so here's the picture. Haven't done anything to it, just taking a look at it. But there's a large looking statue thing here, this triangular looking thing. Is that some sort of Polynesian sculpture? There's also some activity and structures on the side of the coastline here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first enhancement. Alright, so here's the first enhancement. Let's see here. Here's that triangular thing. That still looks like some sort of structure, like a carving. But you get a little closer, you see. Stop right there. Do you see? It's more of multiple items here. There's something here. But this looks like is it a statue, a representation of a little humanoid? He has a kind of an alien look to him. Well, we'll keep looking here. And let's go down here. I think this is the arrival area. If you have a little spaceship you can fly in. We'll take a close-up look at this also. But you can see if one of these small items here is your little spaceship, you go over here and you land here and you hop out and you go in this door here and you get to go in and do whatever they do in there. Okay. This is very reminiscent of an area I found in the Atlantic Ocean on another island. Now, here's the strange part. Oh, another strange part. Okay, this looks like a big diorama. Now these probably these things are around 40 feet high or so. I'm guessing that's about right. But if we get a little closer, let's stop about right here. We have these representations of people. I don't think they're alive, but I think they're more like statues of some sort. Maybe it's a memorial of some sort. But we'll look at it a little closer on a close-up here on a bigger picture, but you can start to see if that's one person here, and that's a person there, and that's a person there. Look at what they're wearing on their head. They have these we get a little closer. That's about as good as it's going to get on this. But they have these like admiral hats. These tricorn, either they're French or they're British naval officer costumes that these figures have on. And this again is not the first time I've run into this. I've seen it also down in around South America, in Chile and Argentina. You see things like this. Also, let's take a better look at this in a minute. This little, see that little thing I'm pointing at right there? That it looks like a circle, but that is a common symbol you see just about everywhere in scenes like this. All right, so let's see if we can just go to a larger enhancement. There we go. It's the same area, it's just a little bit bigger picture. And let's look at that one area down here again. The reception building. And now, it's a little more detail. Looks like a little ship here. A little vessel here, probably a little vessel here. Maybe one landed up here. They communicate in some sort of picture glyph, and these are representations of something that means something. It's a written language. Now these could be humanoid, or maybe they're alien. I'm starting to feel, the more I work with these pictures, they're from here. And maybe it is a breakaway civilization. Maybe someone who is just really smart. And one thing that proves they're really smart is they stay away from us. And possibly these vehicles travel through the ocean and in the air, and can go very fast and be very stealthy. Let's look down here. Let's see here. Now that could be just a, I don't know. It looks like a mad little guy, doesn't it? Alright. Let's move on back up. There's our guy in our admiral hats again. And let's take a quick look at these admiral hats. And we'll come right back to this. This is a pretty close representation of what I'm talking about. When you look at the hats on these guys, we'll go right back to it, but it has either like a plumage or a fur lining on it with this, what they call a tricorn or three-pointed hat, kind of like a George Washington hat. So that is what I'm talking about. Let's go back to the picture. You can obviously see there's some sort of intelligently made structure here. Again, little vehicle looking things. And these little, I say little, they're pretty big in real life. That looks like a big happy face, but it's actually two silhouettes. If a person's looking that direction and he's standing next to another figure looking that direction. Again, these very colorful, kind of wild looking pictures of some sort, and they mean something to somebody. Maybe it just means alien parking. Moving a little closer here. Does that look like a big guy wearing sunglasses there? Maybe. Okay. So look up here a little bit. Again, we see something there. Little person. I say little. It's really great big, but it's little when you look at it in the picture. Let's go back to our Admiral hat guys. I'll try to get a decent close up here. It's about as close as I get. But here we see, are these the alien people? And is this some sort of scenario where we aliens greet you explorers, or we aliens greet you explorers before we eat you, something like that. But then again, there again, we have the tricorn hat. We have these odd little alien looking figures. Pull back out a little bit here. Let's see here. There's our symbol. Okay. And let's go look at our big statue guy here. That's not bad. And it's kind of off and crooked, I think, because of the satellite photo distorts things. So it may be in this crooked position, or it's just distortion from the picture. Let's see if we can get close on this guy. There's our little guy. He's a little guy, all right. Hi, little guy. Hi, Roger. In Kansas City. Yeah. Hi. That's how they sound. All right. A little smaller. So there you are. The alien crazy base in French Polynesia on Mohotani Island. You can't go there because it's a protected wildlife sanctuary, just like most of the islands you look at with these things on it. It seems to me somebody has seen this. Like the guy in the next island over or something. Oh well. Okay, well thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. I hope you're having a nice day, and I hope the alien slash whoever they are, people on this island are also having a nice day. I have a area in Canada coming up soon. We are not alone. In fact, I don't think we are the main intelligent species on this planet. I could be wrong. I'm just kind of I don't know what I'm kind of doing. I'm kind of thinking about it, that's all. Alright. Let me pull out. Well, thanks again for watching. This is Roger in Kansas City, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye!